Hello everybody. Now we're just going to see what is meant by knowledge engineering in first order logic. So let me see what is meant by knowledge engineering first. The process of constructing a knowledge base in first order logic is called as knowledge engineering. In knowledge engineering, someone who investigates a particular domain learns important concept of that domain and generate a formal representation of the object is known as a knowledge engineer, right? So in this topic we will understand knowledge engineering process in an electronic circuit domain, which is already familiar, right? This approach is mainly suitable for creating special purpose knowledge base. Mainly consider about creating for suitable for special purpose knowledge base. So let me see this circuit representation. So these are the some main steps of the knowledge engineering process. Using these steps, we will develop a knowledge base which will allow us to reason about digital circuit, that is 1-bit full adder, which is seen in the diagrammatic representation. First one, we need to, so let me see the step-by-step process. First one, we need to identify the task. Identify the task, which means the first step of the process is to identify the task. And for this digital circuit, there are various reasoning tasks. At the first level or highest level, we will examine the functionality of the circuit. So example, does the circuit act properly? What will be the output of the gate A2 if all inputs are high? At the second level, we examine the circuit structure. Which gate is connected to first input terminal? Does the circuit have feedback loops? Like, next step is assemble the relevant knowledge. The second step, we will assemble the relevant knowledge which is required for digital circuits. So for digital circuits, we have learnt as logic circuits are made up of wires and gates. Signal flows through wires to the internal terminal of the gate, and each gate produces the corresponding output which flows further. In logic circuit, there are 4 types of gates used: AND, OR, XOR and NOT. All these gates have one output terminal and 2 input terminal, except NOT gate. It has only one terminal, input terminal. That's what. Next one, decide on vocabulary. The next step of the process is to select function, predicate and constants to represent the circuit's terminals and signals and gates. Firstly, we will distinguish the gates from each other and from other objects. Each gate is represented as an object which is named by constants such as gate of x1. The functionality of each gate is determined by its type, which is taken as constants such as AND, OR, XOR or NOT. Circuit will be identified by the predicate circuit C1. For the terminal, we will use a predicate as terminal of x. For the gate input, we will use the function in 1, x1 for denoting first input terminal of the gate, and output for the terminal we will use out 1, x1. This function RTC, I, j is used to denote the circuit C has one I input and j output. The connectivity between gates can be represented by connect out 1 of x1, in 1 of x1. We use unary predicate on of t, which is true if the signal is terminal is on, and I hope you are following. Next step is encode general knowledge about the domain. To encode the general knowledge about the logic circuit, we need to do following rules. If 2 terminals are connected, then they have the same input signal, and that can be represented as, for all T1, T2 terminal of T1, conjunction terminal T2 conjunction C. Signal at every terminal will have either value 0 or 1. It will be represented as, for all T, terminal of T implies signal of T equal to 1 signal of T. Connect predicates are commutative or represent the types of gates. What are all the types of gates? So these are all the ways, the general knowledge about the domain we need to get it out. So at last we need to get the circuit. The gate circuit is either it's going produce a addition or not. Next comes to encode a description of the problem instance. Now we encode a problem of circuit 1. Firstly we categorize the circuit and its gate component. This step is easy if the ontology about the problem is already taught. This step involves the writing simple atomic sentence of instance of concept, which is known as a ontology. So this is what the fifth step is about. And next, pose queries to the inference procedure and get answers. In this step we will find all the possible set of values of all the terminal for the adder circuit. The first query will be what would be the combination of input which would generate the first output of circuit C1 as 0 and second output to be 1. So next step is last step is debug the knowledge base. Now we will debug the knowledge base, and this is the last step of the complete process. In this step we will try to debug the issues of knowledge base. In the knowledge base we may have omitted assertion like 1 not equal to 0. Okay, so these are all the steps we need to follow for knowledge engineering in first order logic. So first order logic is very important. It is another way of representation we know in artificial intelligence. So in order to overcome the problem of propositional logic where there is no all or sum of, that concept will not be included in propositional logic, we are going for using this first order logic. So first order logic represent in several ways using quantifiers. So quantifiers we have seen in the last class what is meant by quantifiers, and there are of two types: existential quantifier and universal quantifier. So universal quantifier which represents for all, for some, all these things, whereas universal quantifier represents for some, sorry, existential quantifier represents for some, for at least, all these things used for existential quantifier, right? We have seen all these things. So what is the knowledge? So we know a machine to think like a human. So knowledge is very important to incorporate into the machine, right? So the representations of those knowledge is very important. That's what the knowledge engineering concept is very important. So this slide is mainly speaks about how knowledge is going to be represented in the machine. So this is, we know, it's a process of constructing a knowledge base in first order logic known as knowledge engineering. So whereas we have said knowledge engineering, someone who investigate a particular domain and generate a formal representation of object. So whatever the data may be gathered, okay, whatever the data may be gathered about the problem, but that should represent in a formal representation, that should be represented in a formal way. Only then the machine can able to understand, right? So this knowledge engineering is mainly used for special purpose, wherever the particular machine is specially designed, specially working for particular domain. So for that we are going to use this knowledge. Who are going to play chess, that is a special thing is needed, special knowledge is needed for them to know about extra about what is the thing, how to play in a very well manner. So extra thing, they must want to know tactics, they want to know how to get how to win a game. So it's an example I am saying, like that several examples there. So in like that way we have to think. So for a particular thing we need to specially imposed, for a specially imposed machine we need to represent a knowledge. Knowledge is very important. Knowledge is very needed for a machine if it is a special purpose machine, right? So for that we are learning what is meant by knowledge engineering in this slide. So here they have taken example of 1-bit full adder. So what is the goal of this full adder circuit will be, finally taking an input from 1, 2, 3, output should be produced in S1 and S2, right? So by adding every element, like taking input from 1, 2, 3, and the output has to produce. So for keeping this knowledge into a machine, a predicate should be, that means the knowledge should be represented in such a way that should be followed all these steps. First one is identify the task, assemble the relevant knowledge, decide on vocabulary, encode general knowledge about the domain, encode description of the problem instance, post queries to the inference procedure and get answers, debug the knowledge base. Right? So these are all the steps have to be followed in order to get the output as addition. Make a note. For this example, saying this is a simple example I am mentioning about here. There might be several tasks which require special concentrations needed, special purposes needed. So whatever the problem it might be, if they are using for a specially designed for a particular machine, they need to follow this all these 7 steps. Right? All these 7 steps have to be needed to follow wherever the machine is incorporated with a special design. Okay, so this is the thing what is about knowledge engineering. Thank you.